What's up, guys? It is Hot Wheels Tournaments coming at you with another video here today. And today we are taking a look at the 2022 Hot Wheels L case highlights. Now, some of these cars did appear before in the K case. However, I have not found K case here, so I only have cars that appeared in the L case. So we're just going to turn it into one giant highlights video. I'm going to try and start doing these as I find stuff so I can show off the cars I am adding into my collection. We got 9 total here for you today. Let's get started and start taking a look at them. We begin today with the very much anticipated Honda Civic Custom, part of the Hot Wheels J Import Series 10 of 10. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is a new model for 2022. This is the first version of it. Get it here in a lovely, lovely little blue color. Now, personally, I'll probably only pick up one of this version of this car. It's solid. I like Civics. I'm not a big fan of like the whole, I would rather it just be stock, but we've already gotten so many stock Civics, so I understand why they want to go and do a custom version. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool design. I like the hatchback look. I'll pick up this version, probably not much past that, but I love all the cool little tributes. You got the Asada Tampo on the side, obviously a tribute to the late Ryu Asada. 2 different mismatched wheels, just very, very cool. Big old wing on the back of that hatch there. Big old splitter right on the bottom there, really low to the ground. I like that one a lot. That one looks very, very cool. Happy to add that into the collection. Next up, let's take a look. It was a new model earlier this year, the Nissan Z Proto. Technically still a new model. This is just the recolor in white. Now, it gets the same wheels. Those gold wheels were also on the first color of this car in yellow. And to me, that looked really weird. The yellow one was pretty underwhelming. I like the yellow. I think they should have just gone with silver wheels. They put gold on it. It didn't look great. I think I bought one version. This one is about 5 to 10 times better. This version looks great. I mean, this is just so clean. Very nice. Just plain white. Headlights, Nissan decal, tail lights, heavily tinted window. You can't really see it on the camera just because of the glare from my lights there, but you can see into that interior decently well. It's not too dark or anything, but just plain stock as it should be. This thing looks absolutely fantastic. Very happy to be adding that one to the collection. Much better than the yellow version. The yellow version should have had gold wheels. The white version, 10 times better. Now, one of my most anticipated new models of the year, the Lamborghini Sian FKP 37. This is a Lamborghini hypercar, ultra exclusive, 63 total made. I believe there will be 19 roadsters in the future. Also new for 22. Or 2022, I guess I should say. 22, I think you all know what I meant there. Let's take a look at this car, and man, does that thing look awesome. First thing, this car's signature color was this very matte, it's not necessarily matte, but it's a dulled down green with still some glint to it. It's very hard to explain, but that was the signature color for this car when Lamborghini released it. They have replicated it beautifully here on the Hot Wheels. It looks very realistic. Sometimes the paint colors do make them look like toys. This looks very, very real. This looks very, very nice. So let's take a look at the actual car itself. Hot Wheels Lamborghinis can be hit and miss. I've loved the Gallardo. I love the Huracan. I thought they were great. The Aventador is just okay. The Lamborghini Centenario is not great in my opinion. The Sesto Elemento, perfect. But this one so far looks really, really, really good. I was nervous because that execution is hit or miss, but this one is really well done, and I think can be part of that, be part of the fantastic Lamborghinis. You can see there. I mean, it looks like a spaceship out of almost a Star Wars or a Marvel movie with the way that those windows are done. It looks so good. You get a glint into the rear, or glance into the rear with that rear window there. The lines are beautifully executed. You even get the little fins it has coming up on the side there. That looks awesome. The 6, so those are hexagon taillights. They have 6 of them, an original tribute to the original Lamborghini Countach, and they deco them here, and they look great. They don't look messy. I can tell they're hexagons. That's fantastic. You get a rear license plate. You get the headlights. You get the Lamborghini emblem. This one is awesome. This is fantastic execution by Hot Wheels. I'm very, very, very happy to have this one in the collection. I don't know if it's going to get better than that first edition, the main line. I'll buy every version of it because it is really accurate, but man, this first edition is going to be hard to beat. That's the best Lamborghini they've done in a long time, in my opinion. It's the best new model probably since the Liberty Walk Huracan last year was cool, but they'd already done the Huracan before. It's good, but that's probably the best new model Lamborghini they've done since the Huracan. We follow that up with the Liberty Walk Super Silhouette Nissan Silvia S15. You can see the Liberty Walk decal up there, new for 2022 as well. This is also a recolor. We got the original version in white and yellow, and this one reverses it, putting yellow and white. Not a car that is, you know, exactly what I collect, but, you know, I do think the Liberty Walk stuff is cool, so I wanted the first editions of this, and this is very, very nice. I know a lot of people have been going nuts for it. It's very popular right now. A lot of diecast brands are doing it. You know, the hype got to me. I had to get both versions of this car, so it'll be nice to have one. I don't know. We'll see if I end up getting additional releases of this. If it gets a cool deco, if it gets something that's realistic, I probably will. But I'm very happy to have this yellow one. The coolest part about the casting is that I love it when they do this, when the windshield comes up through the body and is also the headlights, because that guarantees that every single casting we get of this car is going to look like it has headlights, which is important because this is a car that's obviously going to be rocking deco, and when you have deco on the sides, deco on the top, you know, front, you know, we get nothing on the back. It also has the taillights, by the way. That's also the window piece. It's important that, you know, when we have deco everywhere, sometimes the front, like the headlights and the taillights, are going to get left behind because it can only do so many tampo passes. However, like with the taillights, yeah, there's no deco there, but it looks like it has taillights. There's not just like a cutout where they should be and it's yellow. It actually is clear and looks like a realistic taillight. So that's really cool. It's one of the best techniques they use. I wish they used it more often. I don't think we see it nearly enough, but very happy to have this one in the collection. Glad it has that. It'll always be with headlights and taillights, which I am a big, big, big fan of. Moving right along. Another new model, the McLaren Evo. For those that don't know, I'm a huge McLaren fan. Hot Wheels, you know, their McLaren replicas aren't the most accurate. The new F1 is fantastic. The F1 GTR, very well done. The McLaren P1 leaves some to be desired. I think it's good. It's not perfect. The 720S I think is okay, but again, there's more to be desired. But I love McLarens in real life, so I buy every single Hot Wheels version. And I think we've got a new great McLaren here in the McLaren Evo. From the lines, from what I've seen, from what I'm seeing now with it out of the package, it looks very accurate, very detailed. We don't get any large rear wheels. They don't have the, you know, the special track mouth that sometimes Hot Wheels get where they upslope that chin. No, it looks accurate. It looks real. This is going to be up there for one of the better McLarens they've ever done. I don't think it beats that F1, but this might be second. I mean, this is just absolutely incredible. And this one looks really clean and really luxurious. So this car doesn't have a windshield in real life, obviously. If it did, they would have included it. But we get the all black with the racing stripes and the number. But I really like the choice of the brown interior here. It makes it look like it does have those leather seats. And as a result, it seems really realistic. The other thing I'm curious, I couldn't tell in the package, that steering wheel is also plastic, which means there are two, I don't know if that extends through the base or it's a separate piece put in there. But that means we have a two-toned plastic interior where one layer is brown in the seats and one layer is black, and that's the steering wheel, which is awesome because you get 4 pieces on every Hot Wheels car, and without the windshield, one of those pieces is missing. So they could do it in 3. However, they went the extra step, it seems, and added another plastic piece so you could get two-tone difference, because it would look weird if that steering wheel was brown. It wouldn't look as good, but instead they do it in black, and it looks absolutely awesome. So yeah, this one is beautifully executed. I'm very, very, very happy to add this one to the collection because it is fantastically done. This is, like I said, outside the F1, this is probably their best McLaren. One thing I do wish is we got some taillights. You can see it looks pretty blank on the back, but all in all, not too shabby. This is very well done. I would love to see just a plain version next. The racing numbers decals, I'm sure that was, you know, something they decided based off what McLaren wanted for their first edition. I hope we can get just a stock version with headlights and taillights at some points and get that super sleek look. But I'm very, very happy to have that one because it's very well done. Speaking McLarens and the ones, the car that I was talking about that I love so much, it's the F1 in orange. I believe we now have 3 or 4 colors of this one. So we have black, we have silver, and orange. I don't think we have, okay, I think it's only 3. I think it only got 1 color last year because it came out late in the year. But we have the most exciting color today. We've seen black, we've seen silver. It now comes out in orange. And the black one's really good. This one might be better. I really like the exciting colors because this is one of those first really big supercars. Really, I believe it's technically a hyper. One of those really big supercar, hypercars. Gotta have it. It was so fantastically reviewed when it was released back in the 90s. It was a instant car classic. And it took forever for Hot Wheels just to do a stock version. They finally did it last year. And boy, is it beautiful. Just so well executed. Again, keeping it stock, headlights and taillights. I love that you get that split rear window just as you do in the real thing. That looks very accurate. You get the indent on the roof as you would with the car as well. I mean, just, man, really captures the essence of that original release or the original F1. Not release, this is the 3rd release. Anyways, I'm just jabbering, but yeah, that is beautiful. Beautiful back detailing. I mean, that thing is just awesome. So freaking cool. I love that we're getting more range and more diversity within the McLaren lineup. I think they're a fantastic manufacturer and build some of the most beautiful cars in the world, and Hot Wheels is deservedly giving them their dues. We follow that up with the Honda S2000. So this car is one that has always been important to me collecting. Back in when they released it in 2012, I bought the regular version of the AEM, which was the Super Treasure Hunt. I didn't get the Super, I found the regular. This was really before I was collecting, knew what Hot Wheels were, but it was one of the first cars I bought when I started collecting, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite race cars. So when I did actually get into collecting more and more, it became one of my favorite castings. My grandpa also owned an S2000 for a while and used to drive me around in it. It was so awesome. So important car to me. Obviously, this is a Ryu Asada design. The cars this year are paying tributes to its original release, which were yellow and red. We get it back in yellow and red this year, I believe, because that was his first car he ever designed for Hot Wheels. And man, is it an absolute beauty. I will buy pretty much every one of these I see. I have a rule. I have had to institute a rule because I buy so many versions of castings that I like. I can only buy 2 versions total. This one, I think I'll break that rule and probably get 3 or 4 for the collection. Man, is it beautiful. I mean, I could just let it sit there and spin forever and look at it all day. That one is freaking awesome. Very excited to add that one to the collection. Then, the 67 Copo Camaro. I don't buy Hot Wheels muscle cars a lot. I rarely do, but I don't know. Every now and then I just see one in the packaging and it looks really, really, really good. And I'm like, all right, I guess I will get it because they look just so clean, so crisp. And, you know, back when I was a kid, the big thing that Hot Wheels was doing was muscle cars. They did a lot of them. So a lot of my cars from when I was a kid that I got, are these classic muscle cars just in plain colors. And I saw this plain red Camaro, and it's Hot Wheelsified. It's got the large rear wheel. It's a little more slanted than it should be. It's a little cartoonish, but that's just the essence of Hot Wheels. So every now and then, I just see a model on the peg, and I'm like, man, that looks cool, and I end up buying it, and that was purely the case with this one because, boy, is it just crisp and clean. I want to run this one down the track. This thing would look so good just running down the drag strip. I might build a track specifically so I can do that. But yeah, side stripes, hood stripes, no taillights, no headlights, bit unfortunate, but yeah, cool one nonetheless. Very, very happy to have that. And we round it out with, I feel like the Civic has been maybe more hyped. It's not my most anticipated new model. That was Lamborghini, but I've seen a lot of hype around this one. Within the car community, it's probably the most hype. Within the Hot Wheels collectors, it's definitely the Civic, but the car community, the one everyone is talking about, is the Porsche 911 GTS, new for 2022 in blue. If I can open the freaking thing. All right, there we go. Boom. And yeah, Hot Wheels has been doing 5 new Porsches a year. Can't complain with that. Porsches are awesome. They look great. This one is certainly not an exception. It is absolutely beautiful. The big thing I love the metal spoilers have gotten so much better. 6-7 years ago, they would come out really bulky and not refined. But you look at this thing, it's very well done. It's very thin. The metal's not blobbing at all. It looks good on the casting. It doesn't feel bulky. It doesn't feel off. It doesn't throw off the proportions. No, it's spot on. It's got that it's got that tail light that goes all the way across, license plate, headlights, I believe. Yep, that is the window piece, I believe, coming forward to do that. They do that a lot with Porsches. There must be something about Porsches that lend themselves to being able to bring the window piece, and it looks really good when they do that. Good wheel choice. I like that they went with just blacked out wheels here. I very much like that. Love that you get the black rooftop. Unfortunately, a little bit of a scuff there on that one, so a little bit damaged. I have one other. I'll probably buy another just because I don't want two scuff versions, and I'll end up putting this in a bin or donating it to the Children's Hospital at some point, which for those that don't know, all my cars that I buy from cases that I don't end up keeping in my collection, or cars that I buy and then I eventually realize I don't need, I donate either to the Children's Hospital or to my mom's doctor's office, where they hand them out for little kids who end up needing shots and various different things for stuff. But yeah, all in all, this was just a stacked case. It'll probably be the best case in the year. It's one of the best cases I can remember in a long time. Granted, I hadn't found K case. There were some cars in that K case that I hadn't found yet that I wanted. But still, I can't remember assortment within the last 2 years having this many cars that I wanted. Usually per case, I'll probably buy like 3 or 4. This one, I think I ended up buying like 10. There are 2 I didn't even show. I got the regular version of the Miura, and then I also got the Dodge Challenger, which I meant to bring out here and I actually didn't. But such is life. Sorry if you were a Challenger fan and you didn't get to see that. Those are the 9 cars I unboxed. These are the L case highlights for me in 2022. If you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you want to see more down in the comments below, and I'll see you later. Peace.